Hey everybody, y'all know what today is. Today is Black Friday, and today is the day that if no other day, you support your black-owned businesses, your community, your friends, and your family, and your youth. And also, don't forget to support yourself. So, um, I know it's hard to, you know, support anybody at the moment because we're in a pandemic on quarantine. Um, so, do the best that you can to support your family from a distance, from a social distance. If that means just checking on them to see if they need anything, excuse me, to see if they need anything and you drop it off on the porch or hanging on the door or whatever for social distancing, or just to check on them and make sure that they're okay, that they're not in their house going through it, and you just checking on them, say, hey, I'm just checking in on you, making sure you're good, checking in with your family, do a roll call. Me and my family do it all the time, or we do a lifeline call, where we get everybody on the phone and it just talk, and sometimes over talk each other, but at that point we know that we're good. And then it may be a couple that you got to call on the sidelines. Everybody's not going to join the group. See if they're good. It's very important that you make conscious decisions to make sure that your family is okay, because at the end of the day, that's all you're going to have. Support the friends that support you, your close friends, and make sure that they're good as well. Sometimes your friends have been there for you more than your family, so those are your family as well. But I don't use the term friend lightly, so if I call you my friend, I mess with you. So it's very important, guys, that we stay supportive and we stay conscious and aware, even through this pandemic, even through this crisis, that we remain focused on the movement, because it's still important. It'll be the same. It was the same before this, and it'll be the same after this. We still won't matter, and we still don't matter now, because if we did, the whole city would be shut down. So all the states would be shut completely down if we mattered even a little bit. So you have to take the precautions for yourself, because nobody's going to take them for you. Self-quarantine, people aren't taking it serious through this pandemic, but you should. And some people aren't taking it serious because they don't know anyone, that's going through it or has been affected by COVID-19. Or, you're just looking at TV and say, oh, these stars are just, being paid to say this or to do that. Well, first of all, I know someone personally that has been affected by COVID-19. So hopefully that helps those that do know me, so that they know, oh, this is real. I do know someone that has been affected. Not a distant person, someone that's close to me. So please take it seriously, guys. And with that being said, just look at it. Even though there are stars, look at Scarface that's been affected by COVID-19. Anybody that knows Scarface from the Ghetto Boys knows that he is one of the realest of all time. And I don't think that he will play with us like that. I really don't. I think that he would keep it a whole hundo at all times. So take it seriously, because anybody can get it. So if you're unhealthy, if you're having underlying issues, stay at home. If you are healthy and you don't have underlying issues, stay at home so you don't pass it to those that do. So self-quarantine, take the precautions for yourself. I see a lot of people out here still mingling in groups, and because I'm one of those people that still have to go to work every day. So I see people out and about on my way to and from work, and people are out just hanging out and mingling around as if this is not even going on. And the only way that we're going to get back to not our normal, because it wasn't normal to begin with, but some form of normal, until we can get back to that, we won't get back to that until people take it more seriously and stay at home. So please stay at home, because we would like for it to get back to some type of normalcy. People like myself who are always very busy or have their hands in so many different things and are always, moving about, are probably miserable, glad for the break of sorts, to regroup, but still kind of, you know, um, losing it, so to speak, because you're so used to doing so many different things that it's kind of affecting it's offsetting your wake up, your go to sleep, your do this now, do that now. It's kind of like an offset, and it's probably an offset for everybody, I'm sure. But more so probably for those people that are not introverts and are more extroverts and are more used to doing so many different multiple things. And that be me. However, it does give you a chance. So while we have this time and this opportunity, it gives us a chance to regroup, reform, revamp, or anything that you want to do. Now is the time to redo it. Anything that you want to start, now is the time to get it started. Anything that any business that you wanted to create, now is the time to create it. Any invention let me say it right. Any invention that you wanted to make, now is the time to make it. So now is the time to do those things that you haven't been able to do because you haven't had the time. Well, now you have the time. So hop to it. That album that you wanted to create, now is the time to create it. That book that you wanted to write, now is the time to write it. So whatever it is that you wanted to do, now is the time to do it. Those things that you wanted to create. So now is the time. Hop to it. Don't let the time pass you by and then you've done absolutely nothing. Because then you're going to be mad at yourself. Because you're going to go back to normal. You're still going to be complaining about the same stuff. Oh, I got to go to work. Oh, I don't want to work. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. Well, you had the time to do what it was that you needed and wanted to do. Even if you don't have the money to move forward at the moment, you have the capability to sit down and write out a plan. You have the capability to get it started in some form. Get it started. And then when you have the money, you already have it in order. And then you can just move forward just like that. So, and the money is minute to get something started, to just get it started. You may need more money later, but to just get it started, it's very easy. If you need help with that, I don't mind helping. Reach out. So please get it started. Show yourself some self-love and remember who you are. Remember what you like to do. And remember where you were going prior to you getting that job that you no longer like or love. Prior to you being in this long time relationship and you've lost who you were. Remember now, because now is the time. Remember who you are now. Remember what you wanted to do before you had the kids. And now you've done so much and sacrificed so much. Now is the time to try to get that started. I also want to say something to the people that are quarantined, maybe in places that are really quarantined, and people that are trying to self-quarantine. But there are a lot of people, guys, that are self-quarantining in domestic violence. And I just want to send some love to you. And now would be the time to go, because where they gonna come look for you at? I'm just saying, you might have to self-quarantine wherever you go, but now would be a perfect time to keep it moving. Nobody deserves to be at home getting beat on, or verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, or any type of abuse. So my heart goes out to those people that are sitting at home with a partner that is very violent. Your children don't need to see that. Your spouse doesn't need to feel that. Your neighbors don't want to be a part of it. And if you're in a situation, whether it's your life or death, your life is more valuable, in case you didn't know. It is. It's more valuable to you, to your children, and the ones that love you. Even if you don't have children, your life is more valuable to the ones around you that do love you. So take the steps. Hopefully you can take the steps and just walk away. And in the end of this, maybe you can come out on top. Or at least make a plan. Make a plan to walk away. How about that? If you can't walk away right now, make a plan. Because that situation is not good for you. And it's not the only thing in the world. It's not the only thing that matters. That's not the only person that loves you. As a matter of fact, that person does not love you. And I felt the need to say that on this Black Friday video because I did. And because we're going through self-quarantine, and people can be going through many things right now during this self-quarantine. I know everybody's putting their life on Instagram and Facebook, and it looks well and swell and all of that, but there are a lot of people not putting their lives on Facebook, and a lot of people are going through things right now. Children are going through things that have been or are being molested. People are going through things. Moms, now is the time to pay attention to your children and what's going on around them while you're stuck at home, and you've turned this, I don't want to say a blind eye, you've turned your head to certain things that maybe you should pay attention to. Or maybe your children have been acting out and giving you these signs of act out, and maybe you need to pay attention to those signs and see why they're acting out. Children don't act out for no reason. They act out for purpose. They never act out for no reason at all. They always act out for a purpose. That means that something is going on with your child. It's not that they're just being bad. It's that something is going on. So please pay attention, family. Pay attention, mothers and fathers, to your children. And if they've been acting out, now is the time to have those conversations with them and talk to them about it and find out what's going on with your kids. Seriously, what's going on with the schoolwork? Why are you not getting to have these serious one-on-one talks with your children? Don't be afraid. Children are so much smarter than what you think. I mean, if you just have the conversation with them, they'll tell you what you want to know. So anyway, with that being said, it's still Black Friday. Much peace and much love. Support your Black-owned businesses, your minority contractors. The minority contractors still got to work, y'all. They still got to cut grass and pressure wash and all of those things. They still need that money in order to survive because they're entrepreneurs. So still support your minority contractors. Support your friends. Support your families. Support your neighbors. Keep an eye on those that you know are going through domestic violence right next door. I know you can't get involved, but keep your eye. They may need to come use the phone to get away. Call Uber. I don't know, but keep your eyes out. Make sure you're talking to your children. If you haven't been able to talk to them because you work so much, talk to them now, because now is the time. Much peace and much love. I'm Sunday Jones. It's Black Friday. Stay woke.